can't say what I really want to say about this man who attacked that 65-year-old elderly woman, Asian woman who was walking to church. I can't say it because I'll get banned from this app. What I will say is that people who do things like this are the scum of the earth. You attacked this woman. She was by herself. You thought that she was a victim who you could attack real quick and walk away. One day, one of you individuals who is attacking Asians for no fucking reason is gonna get the dog shit beat out of you. You're gonna attack the wrong one, they gonna slap the motherfucking taste out your mouth, as they should.
There are 5 people you need to pay attention to in this video, which, by the way, I'm not posting the original because TikTok will likely take it down for violating community guidelines. There's this woman who, by the way, is just walking down the street minding her business. That's the victim. Then there's this guy. That's the suspect. I'll show you a closer look of him later. The third guy is a delivery worker. You can see his flat cart of boxes. Then there's these two. That's the building's security guards. Stefan Kim in New York reports the suspect walked up to the 65-year-old Filipino woman, kicking her to the ground and yelling, "F you, you don't belong here." The delivery guy just watches as the victim is repeatedly kicked. Now get this, instead of helping her, the security guards closed the door on the victim as she lay on the ground. The guards have since been suspended, the victim has a fractured pelvis, and the delivery person has not yet been identified. As promised, here's a closer look of the suspect. And here's an even closer look.
If you're going to learn any Filipino word for tonight, the word I will leave you is mabuhay. Mabuhay. That is a Filipino hello, but that is not the real meaning of the word. When I say mabuhay, it tells someone to live their life. So to us, I say mabuhay, mabuhay, mabuhay. Thank you.
What do we do? When Asian lives are under attack, what do we do? What do we do? What do we do?
Stop referring to white terrorists as lone wolves or guys who are just having a bad day. They're terrorists. If a Muslim man walked into a store and shot 8 people and targeted them because of their skin color, we would automatically assume that they were a terrorist. But a 21-year-old white kid decides to take the lives of 8 Asian women because of the fact that they were Asian, and what do we say? He was having a bad day. Not only is the rising in violence against Asian Americans fucking disgusting, but now we have the audacity to just make excuses and say that people like this are just having a bad day. The Las Vegas shooting was the largest mass shooting in the United States history, and not a single news story called him a terrorist. When is this double standard going to end where white men are held accountable for their actions and called what they are? I'm tired of reading the headline of an article reading, "Lone Wolf shoots up school." They're not a lone wolf. They're a fucking terrorist. And most of all, I'm so deeply sorry for the people who are recently affected by the rise in hate.
Because you know I'm all about that rice, so aggro. I'm all about that rice, so aggro.
The way racism is so normalized in the Asian community really fucking blows my mind. And it's always people who look like this who really want to come out here and be racist. Like, my brother, let me ask you something. Are you out here trying to get racist towards Asian people when your mouth look like a train track? I guarantee you any money, if his mouth went to court, its swearing would be, we want the tooth, the whole tooth, and nothing but the tooth. I bet you any money his bite mark in an apple look like a picket fence. And I swear Cardi B says the little dangly thing sit in the back of your throat. Sir, why is it sitting in between your front teeth? Them space so fucking big. I know he could whistle in between every one of them bitches. In that fucking hoodie look like he's on his way to go steal Christmas. This brother could floss with a curtain. My man look like he's been eating stone his whole life. That mouth clearly from the south. Cause them teeth is all about segregation. I bet you any money. His toothbrush look like this. Out here chatting all this shit. And you ain't changed out your baby teeth in the bottom row.
Racist people be like, Asians are dirty, blame them for the virus. We're not the ones who wear shoes inside the house. We're not the ones who wear clothes that we just wore outside on our beds. We don't even use a dishwasher. We hand wash those plates.
Something is becoming more apparent to me, especially in the last few weeks, when we've been seeing more vicious attacks against the elders in our Asian American community. This is not only an attack against the elders in the Asian American community, this is an attack on women. This is an attack on children. These are cowards who are attacking these people because they are too afraid, they're too spineless, and they're filled with jellyfish vertebrae that they do not want to meet the people who can actually fight back. So I used to fight here in the SAP Center, and if you are interested in pushing over an elder, meet me here.
Police in New York City want your help tracking down this suspect. The man on Monday was caught on camera punching and kicking a 65-year-old woman while making anti-Asian statements. Here's how to contact the NYPD about it.
Setting video of yet another Asian American being attacked. Over the weekend, an Asian Uber driver was coughed on by a woman who even ripped off his mask.
It was all-out war in an Uber over a mask. 3 women are hassling the driver because he says one of them refused to wear a mask. Watch as she does the unthinkable, coughing on the driver. Then the irate woman grabs his phone and rips off his mask.
You don't touch my property.
The driver says he even drove them to a gas station so she could buy a mask when they first got into his vehicle.
I never said anything bad to them. I never cursed.
So, who is the woman in question? We've learned she has dozens of modeling pictures on Instagram. Today, she is apparently admitting her outrageous behavior.
All I did was take his mask off and cough a little bit, but I ain't even have corona. He lucky.
6 Asian women were just shot to death, and the media won't tell you the true story, so this is my new series, What Really Happened. Robert walked into a gun store, and he left 100 seconds later with his first ever firearm. He drove straight to Young Asian's massage parlor, and when he left, 4 dead bodies were on the floor. Then he drove all the way to Gold Spa, and this happened.
Where is he right now? I don't know. I'm hiding right now. What is he wearing? I don't know. Please come, okay?
That woman was hiding next to 3 more dead Asian women. And when police finally got there, they got another 911 call from the spa across the street. Robert's own parents called the police and turned him in. The police traced his phone, and he was already on his way to Florida to murder more women. So police pulled over the very armed and very dangerous white man and kindly and gently arrested him because his life matters. But why did Robert do it? This is what the town's racist sheriff says.
And yesterday was a really bad day for him, and this is what he did.
Robert told police he had a sex addiction, slaughtered the women to eliminate his temptation, and even though 7 of the 8 victims were women and 6 were Asian women, police still won't call it a hate crime or a femicide. And this was the first episode of my new series, What Really Happened.
Police in New York City want your help tracking down this suspect. The man on Monday was caught on camera punching and kicking a 65-year-old woman while making anti-Asian statements. Here's how to contact the NYPD about it.